Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Jiunn, Lou, Seth Geisen from the Villager Cigar Studios, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
This is our 50th Tatuaje review of the year.
It is.
Of the year. I
You
think this is
can't
like
get
the
all
last
25
50th.
of them
50th.
unless you review 25, right?
Do
I,
we exactly?
I,
Do we
th-
have another? We've had a Tatuaje like every week, and
I feel
I'm
like
not
I've been
And
complaining.
I
reviewing.
bought another one recently, so
Yeah, it's been like 2 tats a week for like 6 weeks. Like it's like Pete is very serious. So he wants to be on the consensus this year and he'll do whatever it takes.
I keep looking through the human realm, like running out of tats here. We gotta.
Need a new tat shipment.
all right. So speaking of, we're talking today about the Tatuaje Avion Tuxtla. Cigar is a Figurado 6 and 7/8 by 52. Comes out of the My Father factory in Nicaragua. Wrapper is Mexican San Andreas. Binder is double Nicaraguan. Filters from Nicaragua. Blended by Pete Johnson. Price point is $12.50. Cigar was released in June of 2022. And we picked these cigars up from Blue Smoke of Dallas. So if you are in the Dallas
Hell
Fort
yeah, we
Worth
did.
area, be sure to stop in for a nice cigar. And if he has something that you might want and you can't get it locally, you can always give him a call and he might ship it out to you if you ask nicely.
Tell him Developing Palate sent you.
That's right.
No,
And
don't
go
do that.
Cowboys.
Yeah, don't
All
do
right.
that. You're gonna
Don't do that.
you're
You'll
gonna
get
fuck
kicked
you.
out. Yeah,
Might charge you at 15% extra tax.
yeah, probably
Yeah,
will.
they charge you that bag fee, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, June, take us through your overall experience with this cigar.
Yeah, I believe this is our final Tuxtla for review, right? And we've had all the other
Yes.
ones, right? So far.
Yes.
Okay. So this particular one
It's a good photo.
is very similar to the other ones that we've had. I feel like very earth forward, a lot of dirt, soil, characters, leathery, stale cedar, some toasted nuts going through, but it was just a lot of earth, a lot of leather, a lot of like kind of staleness, and that not exactly my cup of tea, and not the kind of style blend that I know that I like of what Pete Johnson does. So
All right, Seth, what were your thoughts?
I disagree with June. I lit this up
You
and I
liked it?
said this is
Oh,
what
you
Pete
do
was
like it.
going for. This brought me back to all those Avions that he was releasing. I thought it had more balance than a lot of the other ones. I thought it was showing nuts and some toasted nuts and cocoa qualities. It did have the earth. There was a lot of earth. But there's a little bit more balance. I was getting some espresso beans, leather wood, um, medium strength and body, really good burn and draw. I I don't know. I enjoyed the Figurado. It's just a really nice experience. John.
It's rare, but I gotta wear my I'm with Seth t-shirt instead of I'm with June t-shirt.
It's official, man. It's official now.
I
If we're
don't
together,
No,
it's
this is
declared.
I don't know, man. I was we have smoked a lot of Tuxtlas, we have smoked a lot of Tats. It's a big cigar. I was a little, going into it being like, man, please don't suck because I cannot take a 3 hour experience if it sucks. And I thought it was really good. Bread, baking spices, wood, cocoa, got a little bit of lavender floral character coming through, which is kind of interesting in the retro. A lot of powdered cocoa through that first third. I'm like, okay, this is nice. Second, third, creamy baking spices, wood, a little bit more chocolate and mild citrus. Again, like balanced and medium strength, medium bodied, just really balanced. Last third, little more wood forward with baking spices in the center with some wood. There was some coffee. I think Seth kind of mentioned espresso beans and some earthiness that came through, but it wasn't bad. It just wasn't quite as dynamic as the first 2 thirds. Burn was very good. I had to do a touch up. Draws a little on the resistance side, so I don't know if that's the shape or just wonky smoking. But yeah, it was good overall experience. And like I said, I smoked this bad boy for like 2 hours and 43 minutes. So I'm thankful for that. Aaron, what about you?
Yeah, for me, cigar start with toasted cedar, earth, and baking spice. Some cocoa powder joined in fairly quickly. And later the cedar transitioned to oak. Second, third saw the cocoa drop out and the baking spice kind of transitioned to black pepper. And then the final third saw some minerality and mintiness join in. Cigar was very cedar, oak, and dry earth focused. Kind of not surprising with how the other Tuxlas kind of panned out for me. But it just felt like it was still overpowered by that wrapper. Didn't really create an experience that really captured my attention. So, this whole series is just kind of a miss for me, unfortunately. I just couldn't get past the earthiness of that wrapper, just really taking over things. So, yeah, I still don't see myself coming back to any of them at the moment. All right, getting to the scores. Start at the top with Seth at 6.92. John was next at 6.42. Jiunn gave it a 5.65, and I give it a 5.5. So Seth, how about 6.92 matchup for you?
Fucking rookie. Damn it. God, shit.
At least you
It's
caught
the
yourself that
shit.
time,
I
though.
did. I caught myself
You're
and I just
getting
was giving
better.
Kirsten
You're
2
getting
at it.
better.
Listen, I really liked it. I'd smoke them again. I like the Avion size. I really like the Avion. We'll get to that when we just have any other little thoughts. But I thought it had balance and I thought there was more flavors to it. So it was more enjoyable in that sense.
All right, John, 6.42.
Yeah, it matches up well. And listen, props to Pete for blending a cigar that's on the bigger side, but still, walks that fine line between, engagement and not palate fatigue for the experience. Cause, at almost 3 hours smoking time, that's a lot of cigar. I probably would return to it, although it's going to be situational dependent. Cause I don't normally want a single cigar that's going to last that long, but I think it was a pretty solid release and the score matches that up well.
All right, Jiunn, 5.65.
I agree with you, Aaron, that most of these has been misses for me because it's just way too much earth forward, too much like leather, dirt, kind of a side of like Mexican San Andreas that I don't prefer. So I think it's a little bit too rapper dominant on all these blends.
Yeah, by 5.5 matches well. Average flavor profile throughout. Construction was really good. Just slightly snug draw, a little bit of wavy burn, but nothing too crazy there. So, yeah, all right, I'll talk about the final thoughts. All right, final thoughts, guys. Go for it.
Do we have more tats? Cause I know we're busting
Not
balls here,
Tuxtlas.
but honestly, I feel like we've reviewed 18 tats this year, and it's not a
reviewed a
complaint.
lot.
It's a lot of tats. And I mean that to say, I'm really surprised that Pete has released so many cigars in 1 year, because I would have probably held back some Tuxtlas to next year if it was me.
It's,
Go ahead, Seth.
well, no, I was just going to say the crazy thing is when doing this, this goes back to the Avion, which came out in like 2011. And 2011 was a huge year for Tatuaje. I think he released a bunch of stuff. I also think that was when the Mummy was.
Oh my God, is it that long ago now?
Yeah, it's been. I'm like, dude, I've been doing this for
Holy
11 years. So
crap.
if there's people, listen, I've been doing this for 11 years, longer than that. I remember when I purchased the original one. So if people are still listening to what I have to say about after this, thank you. Listen, I do it for you guys. I do it for all, and women, ladies too. I do it all for the love. But no, it's crazy that it's been 11 years since Avion was released, and he's kind of. I mean, he made it. Listen, I want to smoke the original Avions and go back to the Faustos again. And it's just good for Pete on just reminding people. And like 11 years, I mean, you're right. He released a crap ton of stuff. That's 11 years after a huge year, which was, when did he start? 11 years before that? How many years has Tatuaje been around? 22 years?
I want to say like 2001, 2001, but I'm sure that's wrong.
It's pretty
That's
incredible,
long
man.
It's been a while.
That's pretty incredible,
wow.
man.
And he's been relevant this whole time.
He has been
Like, I've been
relevant this
taking a
entire
little
time.
break,
He's been at the top the entire time.
Yeah.
Well,
He took
sounds
a
like
little
we're
bit he
kissing
took a little
ass, but
vacation.
we're not.
He took a little vacation around the wine.
He did.
He did.
Yeah, he's like, oh,
Yeah, he was like Roger Federer though. Like he stopped playing, he still had enough points to still be ranked in the top 10 though. You know what I mean?
He's like, here's some
it's
pink.
it's
He's like, here's some pink Nikes, bitch. How you like
yeah,
that?
It's
Yeah.
So we have the Veracruz Blue coming up.
Oh,
And
that's right.
then,
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
just recently picked up the Kahonu 2015.
Mm,
ooh.
Yeah.
mm.
Oh,
So,
nice.
and then we're gonna have
Actually,
my father sprinkled in there. So we got some other
It's
stuff going
listen,
on.
it's a good year for my father.
that's
Good year for my
yeah.
father.
All right. So I like the wrapper. I think it looks great. I think it's got a ton of potency to it. But just for me, I think you need to ground up blend from this with this wrapper. I know you guys like this one, so I can't say that across the board, but for me, I think I think the blend, everything underneath that wrapper needs to be designed to somehow support that amount of earth to it.
More
And
sweetness.
yeah, and it's not just strength too, because it's just, and you need to contrast that dry,
Yep.
sharp earth quality.
Yeah.
But you can't. I think you're right. Like, you need to add some sweetness, but you can't just sweeten it, because I think then it'd become too muddy. It would almost become like you got to add some spice to it too.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen a prettier Mexican San Andres Maduro wrapper than this. Like,
I don't know. Ezra Zion had a really good one. Ezra Zion had some good ones for a while.
Usually Mexican San Andreas.
God, you're so old, Seth, talking about fucking Ezra Zion and 2008 shit. Oh my god.
Well, dude, this comes from the guy who just had a kid, and he's like, asked a 10-year-old, "Your kids go to daycare?" No, you got a 4th grade.
It's called school.
It's called fucking education.
It's called school.
I am in the South, but I mean, it's called school.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the Mexican San Andrea that's out there has been either rough looking, or, you know, Jiunn and I talk all the time about the chalkiness that comes through on a lot of Mexican San Andrea, and it's just like, I mean, it's a very common wrapper, but so many people do it badly. I mean, I don't know what the answer is in terms of changing the blend up, but
They've been doing it badly for so many years. Maybe we need to smoke better.
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe we need to smoke worse.
All right, wherever you're
That may get
catching this
better
video, be sure to
scores.
like and subscribe. You can read the full written review on the website, developmentpalace.com. Follow us on all the social media channels. Catch all of our review recaps on podcast, iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
Avion.